Hey everyone, and welcome to Raine's Reveals, where I give you different tips and hacks to help you enhance your life. And for those of you that don't know, my name is Raine Mertz. I'm the founder and CEO of Raine's Realm. And today we are going to talk about keeping your life just a little bit more organized through this very easy tip, tool, whatever you want to call it, that I've been incorporating, and it has been a lifesaver for us. And if you have not already, please subscribe, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and hit the bell icon so you never miss another video. And today I want to share a house binder with you. I just keep mine plain on the front. Every now and then I might add a picture to it, but it just kind of depends. But this way, no matter who's carrying it, if it's me or my husband or whatever, it works for however we need to use it. Now, the great thing about having a house binder is that it's a place to keep everything, and you don't have to worry about fumbling around for different papers and different things like that. I'm going to show you how I use mine. There are hundreds of different ways to do it, so you can find the way that works best for you. But I scale mine down during certain times of the year, and then other times I'll add in a couple more sections. It just depends on what we have going on at the time. So in the beginning of my binder, I have I love scheduling and calendar stickers and things like that, so I keep some of those in the beginning just so that I can add something if I want to mark it in a special way. And then I have my calendars through the rest of the year. They're all here, and they're all, easy to reference anytime for anybody. If there's something that we see that we need to add, or we need to double check the time of something, it all depends. And then in the next section, I have a weekly and then daily to-do section, and I just write it in. And this is an easy place to reference. This isn't generally, I'll just kind of use a smaller notepad and write in my actual schedule for the day when I'm going to do things. This just helps me remember what needs to be taken care of every day. And it's for both of us, both me and my husband. We can keep things that we need to remember for our child in here as well. And it's a great way to keep up with all of it. If there's any special coupons that we have that we want to use for a fun event or something like that, there's a section in the back for those so that we actually remember to use them. And so that's really helpful. I don't do the food couponing as much, but when I did, I would keep different food coupons in there in a separate section. I had one for activities and things like that, and then one for groceries, and that one was a zippered, like a clear zippered pouch, and it was really helpful to have it all that way, and you could easily just take it out of the binder and throw it in your bag when you were leaving the house, so you knew that you had them with you at all times. So that was extremely helpful and time-saving. The next section that I have is our things that we need to purchase section. And so I write down things that we need to get sometime in the near future, and then I have kind of a more long-term section. But this, everybody has their own kind of list. So if there's something that I realize I need to add for my wardrobe or something like that, I can put that in there. If there's something that one of the pets need, I can put that in there. Anything, a specific piece of decor, an organizing thing, whatever it is. And I have my own section. If my husband needs new socks, we can put it on the list. So anything that's not immediate but that you need to keep in mind, you can put it out on paper, and then that way you don't have to try to struggle to remember all of these different things or have all of these separate lists all over the house. This person made their list and this person made theirs, and they're all out and about. So whoever's there can just look at the list and take care of it when the time comes. So that's really helpful for that. I homeschool our daughter. So right now we are using the Blossom and Root curriculum, which I love. A dear friend of mine suggested it, and it has been amazing so far. We're obviously still in the beginning of it, but I've been, going through and preparing the things, and it is incredible. It's very hands-on. There's composer studies. Right now we're studying Mozart. For the arts, we're studying Van Gogh. There's hands-on things that tie into Van Gogh's work as well right now. There's a literature time. The math and science is very hands-on. It's perfect for the age range that we're in and everything else. And so I have a section, because this one is so easy to organize. I have the week sheet, and then I also add in the art that we're going to study so that it's all in one place, and I'll put the book in a separate one. So it's all there, and I can have a couple of weeks ahead, so in case I need to look for anything that I might need to remember to prepare for. This one does not have a huge amount of preparation, and it's extremely affordable too. So if you want me to do a video on this later, just let me know in the comments, and I'll do a video on this curriculum at some point too. But this is our homeschool section, so it's still all in one place. Then I find it extremely helpful to have the cleaning for the house broken up into smaller things every single day, rather than having one day where I'm supposed to clean the whole house, because that doesn't work, and it's much easier to split it up. Now, some people like to split it up by room, and some people like to split it up by activity and then go throughout the house that way. Like, some people may want to spend an entire day cleaning maybe each, the bedrooms and then the living room and den or whatever and things like that. And then other people like to spend a whole day cleaning, the baseboards and the windows and the doors, and then in a different day, scrubbing the floors and just the different things. So you have to find the system that works best for you. If you would like any insight on how to do a cleaning system, I can do a video on both of them and show you what has worked for us, what I know works for other people, and things like that as well. So I'd love to share that with you sometime. Just let me know if you'd like to see that. And so that is this section. So I can just look at it and I know exactly what I plan to do for the day with that. And it's a weekly thing, and it doesn't really change much. I have the weekly, and then I have the bi-weekly with some things there that we don't necessarily need to do so much weekly, but with a young child and pets, it needs to be done bi-weekly. So I do that to make sure. And then the next section is projects. So this is for home projects and things like that. So right now we have a couple of different projects going on in the house, and here we can keep track of what we need for the projects, any materials, things like that. We can keep track of any deadlines that we have, any of those things, the plans, whatever. And then we also have a section in the back for paint swatches, receipts for things that we need to hold on to a little bit to make sure that what we purchased is going to work for the situation. Whatever the case may be, we can keep it all right here. It's in the project section, so it makes it easy. It's all in one place. I have a current holiday section, and this section gets huge at Christmas time. When it gets closer to there, I will show you all of the different printables that I use. It's amazing, and it makes the holidays go by so smoothly. But for right now, we have a very special birthday coming up in the family, and then we're also going to celebrate our anniversary very soon. So I have the sheets out to plan for that. There's a section in the back in case we need to keep receipts for gifts or things like that, just in case there's a need for an exchange or return or anything like that. And it's a great way to keep track of the planning and everything that's involved in that. When you're planning a trip or something, you can keep track of the dates that you're going to be gone, who you have to take care of your pets, where you're staying, if you've reserved it or not. you have things that you can check off the list for things that you need to do in advance. You can have a packing list. It's all right there and all in one place, and it just makes it so much easier. And then for those of you that have a home-based business, a section that has some business things in it can be really helpful. Maybe a blog schedule, a quick reference price list, depending on things like that. A section to keep track of, different sales or deposits or, anything like that. Just a quick reference section for things that maybe you haven't inputted into, whatever electronic system you use, and so you have them there, and that's really easy for that. And then you can have a section for different checks that you need to hold on to or things like that while you're waiting for however long that you need to wait before you file them away. So there's that. And I have 2 sections on that because I also have one for the event that I'm planning. I'm co-coordinating with a business colleague that's going to happen at the end of September. It's a health and wellness expo, so I'm really excited about that. So it has its own entire section, so I can keep up with the plans for that, the vendors, and all of the amazingness that's going on with that. So it has its own section as well. And that is really all that we have in this one right now. Like I said, I scaled it back during this time of year because we didn't need as many sections. When it gets a little closer to the holidays and things like that, it will be beefed up a lot because, as we all know, things get really hectic around Christmas and stuff like that. And so there will be pages in there for gift lists and for favorite recipes and for different get-togethers and things like that we're hosting, and travel and all of that, and it will all be in one place, and I can't wait to share that with you as well. So I hope that this kind of helped you to be able to see how handy having a house binder can be. And this is something that can easily go in a drawer when you're not using it. A lot of times during the day I do keep it out on the counter just so I can quick reference it with different things, but at the end of the day, or whenever you just don't need it right then, it can go in a drawer where everybody knows where it is and be done with it. But then you don't have to deal with a million lists. You don't have to deal with trying to remember everything. The mental load of that can just be so strenuous. And so having it on paper, knowing it's there, and knowing you don't have to worry about it anymore can make your life so much more peaceful and organized. So again, I hope this helps. If you haven't already, please subscribe and click the little bell icon so you don't miss another video. I can't wait to see you again next week, and I hope you all have an absolutely fabulous week this week. And let me know if you want to hear about some of those things in the future videos as well. Thank you.